Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna go ahead and do my book vlog of the month. Last month, not so much reading happened. I only finished the Shadow and Bone series, which is this series right here. And my thoughts and opinion is that I did not actually like this series. The first book was fine to read. I got into it. However, the second and the third book, the second book made me realize that the author kept rewriting the same issue just in different scenes with different characters. And then the third book, there was just so much detail and journey that I'm just like, can we just get into like the action, like the conflict? Like, I don't care about like what you're experiencing as feelings or your surroundings or your guilt, that kind of stuff. So Shadow and Bone was not really for me. I didn't really enjoy it, but that was the only series that I actually read in May, just because I was into a lot of Korean dramas. I was watching Vincenzo, I think that's the name, and oh my god, if you guys have not seen that on Netflix, you guys need to. It is in Korean, but they do offer subtitles. And at the beginning, I was very confused because I'm thinking, oh man, this guy is like a badass, and then it just takes like a humor aspect of it. And sorry if you can hear my postman, he's just slamming the mailboxes, but it takes such a humor aspect of it that I just die. And if you ever guys catch it, my favorite episode is when he becomes like this persona called Teho. Oh my god, you guys need to watch that show. And then after that, I ended up watching what's his name, Haseo's Bride, something like that. That one I didn't care for. After you watch Vincenzo, you can't go and watch that. But anyway, I was just watching Korean dramas. So today I'm just going to show you guys the books that I'm actually planning to read in June. I've already started one, and this is called The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and this is by the author E. Swab. This book, now that I've kind of digged into it, I'm not a fan of it. Reason why, if you guys don't know anything, this is, from what I've gathered, it's a book about a girl. I'm guessing she sold her soul or something, and people tend to forget about her. So it's like you meet her and she, you know, gets to know you, but as soon as like she walks away, you completely forget all memory of her. So that is what this book is mainly about, from what I've gathered within the first chapters that I read. However, I'm not enjoying this book because it is in a format of flashbacks and diary entries. It flashes back like years, like into the 1800s, and right now you're in the 2000s, and then she flashes back to the 1800s, 1700s, or 1900s, and I'm just like, I don't like it. And it's always in a form of a diary entry kind of situation, and I have not been enjoying this. So I need to somehow push through and read this book, even though it's not my favorite format. Like journal entries and flashbacks, I cannot stand it. I don't like when a book goes from one perspective to another or a timeline to another. It just annoys the crap out of me. But that is the book that I just started reading for the beginning part of June, and as soon as I'm done with it, I'm just gonna move on to these other books. So the first one that I have, which you guys saw on my vlog, is Crave. I have not actually started this book just yet. I'm not actually really sure what it's about. I don't know if this is about vampires or whatnot. Yeah, I think it's about vampires. I feel like this is just like, you know, Twilight, but just savage format. But this is one of the books that I'm really interested in reading. It's by Tracy Wolff, and there's 3 books in here. So this is the other book that I'm planning on reading. I haven't gotten to it just because I was really just trying to get through the Shadow and Bone series, and I've been on Netflix binge. Like right now, I just started True Blood all over again with Bae, and that's a whole different story. And then the next one that I'm planning on reading are 3 more books. Currently I only have 2 in hand, but it is From Blood and Ash. I've been having this book for about a month already. I was gonna read it in May, however, or I think I've had it since April, and I was gonna read it in May. However, I've been postponing it. So I have this one, and then I think the second book after this, because I'm such a binge reader, like once I start, there's no going back. I have the second book, which is The Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and then I just ordered I pre-ordered the third book, and something Gilded, I think, The Kingdom of Gilded or something, and that should be coming pretty soon. But that is all the books that I'm gonna read this particular month. I have been reading from Libby. I actually just bought them currently. I just bought them this month because I love Libby, but once I like a book, I want to have it physical. However, those are just adult books that I've been reading. Libby, I get bored and I'm just like, you know, let me read something smutty, and why not? So I bought a bunch of those that I ended up enjoying, and I actually can show you because I actually bought a bookshelf. Finally, I finally have my book. So I'm gonna put these in there and I'm gonna show you my bookshelf because that's what I've been doing, and I've been enjoying Maya Banks. Oh man, if you are into that genre, Maya Banks is your girl. And it's funny because I've gone on YouTube when I was buying the actual hard copies of it, and they had like some brutal kind of honest reviews talking about like she is such lukewarm water, and I'm like, what? I don't even want to know what other people have been reading because I feel like Maya Banks gets it pretty nail on when it comes to adult books. But yeah, I'm gonna show you my bookshelf and show you how that's look. But so far I'm reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Crave would be next, and there's 2 more books after that, and then I'm reading the Jennifer Armentrout series from Blood and Ash, and that's as far as I can go because like I said, I've been into binging Netflix series right now, and right now I'm into True Blood. So yeah, even though I've already watched it when it first came out, I think it came out in 2008. I'm just like, why did my parents let me watch this stuff? But whatever. That's what I'm going to be reading. So let me flip you out so you guys can see my bookshelf. I think it was like 29 bucks from IKEA, which is really nice, and it's just holding now all my nice books. I have yet to somehow make it look nice or just have it by genre, but I'm really happy I have it now. So let me flip you guys around so you guys can see. So we start from here. This is how the bookshelf looks. It's from IKEA, and down here I have just a single standalone books that I read. So I have Midnight Sun, House of Salt and Sorrows, and then Crown of Coral and Pearl, which I've already discussed. Sam told me that there is a second book for that one, so I'm yet to buy that. And right here I have all my Sarah J Maas collection here, pending book 2 of Crescent City over here, Rosa Court, what's it called? The Court of Thorns and Roses series, love that. And then here is where I have Shadow and Bone. I just have all my current planners here, so that's how that looks. And then here on this shelf is all the books that I'm planning on reading. So these are the ones I just showed you. And then up here I have like my rated R versions, you know, my adult books. So as you guys can see, Maya Banks is my favorite. This is, I forget, this is the Breathless trilogy. The only one that I actually really did enjoy was Rush. Part of Burn Fever was too much for me. And then these are my favorite books from the series I was reading. This one, I'm not sure what series this was, but these were the only 2 books that I liked very much. This one is about Mika, and this one is about Cole. These are my 2 favorite characters. Very, very strong characters, I'll just tell you that. And then I ended up enjoying this one, this trilogy from Jody, and it's about One Night, Promised, Denied, and Unveiled. And this is actually about a guy who's very emotionally detached and finds a girl, and then she finds out that he has like this, like, what is that, compulsive disorder, and she just doesn't know how to feel about it. But it's really interesting. I really did enjoy it. Their relationship is kind of like, what in the world? So these are the books that I really enjoyed and needed to get my hands on, like, physically, because ebooks wasn't enough. But yeah, this is my tiny little baby collection. You guys can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves that I can fill up more as time passes. But yeah, that is my collection so far. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next one.